Why can't Hulk, with the title of the strongest man, defeat Galactus? In a vast and mysterious universe, where superheroes and cosmic entities face off in battles that shake space and time, the title of strongest man is often associated with the Hulk, a symbol of irresistible physical strength. With his bulging muscles, eyes burning with rage, and a roar that echoes like thunder, the Hulk seems to be the embodiment of unparalleled strength, able to smash through any obstacle with a single punch. However, when faced with Galactus, the Devourer of Worlds, an ancient cosmic entity with powers far beyond conventional notions of strength, the nature of strength, the scope of cosmic power, and the limits of the Hulk himself, when faced with a being capable of shaping the galaxy, the Hulk stands on the surface of a disintegrating planet, huge fragments floating in space, the red light of distant explosions illuminating his green body. The Hulk's feet slam into the ground, creating cracks that spread like spider webs, and his roar echoes, shaking the air. Facing him is Galactus, a colossal figure, so tall that it blots out the light of the stars. Galactus's shimmering purple armor reflects the cosmic rays, and the entity's deep eyes exude the majesty of an ancient god. With a wave of his hand, Galactus can cause an entire planet to disappear into nothingness, while the Hulk, no matter how powerful, is still limited by the physical laws of the physical world. The Hulk, also known as Bruce Banner in his human form, is the product of a gamma radiation experiment gone wrong. When angered, Banner transforms into a green giant with virtually limitless physical strength. The angrier the Hulk gets, the stronger he becomes. The Hulk has lifted mountains, smashed through the hardest metals, and even defeated formidable opponents like the Thing and the Juggernaut. These feats cement his title as the strongest man, but the Hulk's strength is primarily based on his muscles, physical reactions, and incredible endurance. Hulk in battle. He charges toward his enemies, each step shaking the ground like an earthquake. His punches create shockwaves that tear the air and blow everything around him away. His massive hands can grip a block of steel and crush it like a rubber ball. But no matter how powerful he is, Hulk's powers are limited to the physical realm. He can destroy a city, even a planet, but he cannot change the nature of reality or manipulate cosmic energy on a macro level. This is Hulk's greatest weakness when facing an entity like Galactus. Galactus is more than just a powerful being in the conventional sense. This entity is one of the most ancient beings in the Marvel Universe, born from the Big Bang event, possessing the power cosmic, a nearly limitless source of energy, allowing Galactus to manipulate reality, time, space, and even the very nature of life. Imagine Galactus standing in the middle of a galaxy, his giant hand reaching out, absorbing the energy of a planet. Brilliant beams of light swirl around Galactus, creating a storm of cosmic energy, while the planet below disintegrates into dust, becoming the fuel for the entity's existence. With just a thought, Galactus can wipe out an entire solar system or create a new reality. Galactus's power is not limited to his ability to destroy. This entity once faced Odin, the supreme god of Asgard, in a battle that shook the dimensions. Odin, with his spear Gungnir, which sparkled with divine light and the power of a god, fought Galactus on par with him, but neither could defeat the other. This shows that Galactus is not only physically powerful, but also possesses power beyond all conventional concepts. Compared to the Hulk, Galactus's power is like a vast ocean, while the Hulk is just a raging storm that is still limited by the shore. Hulk, eyes blazing and muscles bulging, charged at Galactus, delivering a punch powerful enough to destroy a mountain. The punch collided with an invisible force field surrounding Galactus, creating a shockwave that shook the very fabric of space. But Galactus did not budge. With a cold glare, the entity raised its hand, and a burst of power cosmic energy engulfed Hulk and sent him hurtling through hundreds of miles of space, crashing through the debris of a shattered planet. The Hulk's physical strength, however impressive, cannot significantly damage a being like Galactus. Galactus' power cosmic allows him to manipulate energy and matter at the molecular level, meaning that even if the Hulk lands a punch, Galactus can restructure his body or negate the attack. Furthermore, Galactus does not rely on physical strength to fight. He can use abilities such as teleportation, time manipulation, or even transform the Hulk into another form of energy. Meanwhile, the Hulk, despite his near-infinite healing ability, is still limited by his physical body and cannot defend against attacks that go beyond the physical realm. Under normal circumstances, Galactus is a being far beyond the Hulk's capabilities. Imagine Galactus standing atop his colossal spaceship, the Ta-2, a gleaming metallic structure so large that it dwarfs an entire galaxy. From here, Galactus watches over the cosmos with the coolness of a god, while the Hulk, though powerful, remains a mere being bound by the limitations of his body and emotions. Even at the height of his rage, the Hulk's power pales in comparison to that of a being capable of devouring entire worlds. A swirling galaxy glittering with the light of a billion stars, where Galactus floats in space, his purple armor reflecting the rays of light like precious gems. Below, on a desolate planet with columns of smoke rising from volcanic craters, the Hulk stands tall, his muscles taut, his heavy breaths billowing in the cold air. Galactus is surrounded by other cosmic beings, such as the Celestials' colossal gods in gleaming metallic armor, so tall that their every step shakes the dimensions. These Celestials have faced Galactus in reality-shattering battles, and even they have been unable to easily subdue the Devourer of Worlds. The Hulk, however, despite his immense power, is limited by his human nature. If the Hulk leaps through space, his green body cuts through clouds of cosmic dust, aiming straight at a Celestial. His punches can shake the entity's armor, but the Celestial's power, like Galactus's, transcends the physical, relying on the manipulation of energy and reality on a macroscopic level. Powerful artifacts like the Infinity Gauntlet or the Cosmic Cube can tip the balance of power. Imagine the Hulk, by some unexpected event, gaining possession of the Cosmic Cube, a small but brilliantly glowing cube that holds the power to reshape reality. With this power, the Hulk could confront Galactus, unleashing attacks that would crack the fabric of space, creating explosions of light as bright as 1,000 exploding stars. But even in this case, Galactus's timeless experience and wisdom could help this entity find a way to neutralize the artifact, returning the fight to its original state of unequal power. A perspectively usually in fact motion, where the fragments of a shattered planet float like islands in the endless darkness. The light of distant stars shines, creating patches of light and dark that dance across the Hulk's green body, where his muscles bulge and flex, ready for a relentless fight. The Hulk roars, a thunderous roar that shakes the surrounding cosmic dust clouds. He charges toward Galactus, each leap an explosion of energy, leaving trails of brilliant light across the black sky. Galactus stands before him, a colossal figure that dwarfs the galaxy. The entity's shimmering purple armor reflects the light like a cosmic mirror, and his deep eyes exude the serenity of an unshakable god. The Hulk punched, his massive fist tearing through space, creating a shockwave that shattered nearby planetary debris. The punch collided with an invisible force field surrounding Galactus, creating a deafening explosion, as if 1,000 mountains were collapsing at once. Sparks of energy erupted, illuminating the space, but Galactus did not budge. With a gentle wave of his hand, the entity summoned a burst of power cosmic, a storm of brilliant purple light that engulfed the Hulk. He was sent flying, his body crashing through a giant meteor, leaving a trail of smoke and dust for miles. But the Hulk would not be defeated. He sprang to his feet, eyes blazing with fury, and charged back at terrifying speed, leaving streaks of green light in the air. Galactus, with the coldness of an ancient being, raised his hand. From the palm of this entity, a giant energy sphere formed, sparkling like a compressed star. The sphere flew towards Hulk, tearing through space, creating swirls of brilliant light. Hulk roared, using both hands to block the sphere. His muscles tensed to the point of seeming about to explode. The light from the sphere shone, highlighting every line on Hulk's body, from the battle scars to the glistening sweat drops. But the power of the power cosmic was too terrifying. The sphere exploded, creating a dazzling explosion, engulfing Hulk in a sea of light. When the light dissipated, Hulk appeared, his body bruised but still standing, his heavy breath exhaled like smoke in the cold space. The battle continued with a clear difference. Galactus without moving, just a thought caused the space around Hulk to stretch, creating cracks in reality like broken mirrors. The Hulk, despite his immense strength, is but a speck before the might of the Devourer of Worlds. Every punch he strikes is a desperate effort, every roar a challenge. But Galactus, with the majesty of a god, stands there, impregnable, an eternal mountain in the midst of the cosmic storm. It was as if the universe itself were gasping for breath under the sheer force of the battle. Planetary debris floated, crushed to dust by the pressure of Galactus's energy. The Hulk, his green body glistening with sweat, stood at the edge of resilience and despair. His eyes burned with rage, but his muscles began to tremble from the relentless barrage of attacks. New scars appeared on his steel-hard skin, and his breath puffed in white wisps into the cold air. Across from him, Galactus still stood, an impenetrable monument. The being's purple armor shimmered like the starry sky, and Galactus's every move seemed to bend time and space, obeying the will of a god. The Hulk roared, his final roar echoing, shattering nearby meteorites into sparkling fragments. He charged at Galactus, his body cutting through space like a shooting star, leaving a trail of brilliant blue light. The Hulk's two massive hands slammed down, aimed straight at Galactus's chest, with enough force to tear apart a planet. But before the punch could land, Galactus raised a finger, and a burst of power cosmic erupted, forming a wall of blinding purple light. The Hulk's punch collided with the wall, emitting a galaxy-shattering explosion. But the energy rebounded and sent him flying, his body spinning through space, piercing through a cloud of cosmic dust. Galactus, with a cold calm, stepped forward, each step shaking the space like a fateful drumbeat. The entity opened its hands, and from its palms, a storm of energy formed, swirling like a miniature black hole. Streams of purple and white light intertwined, sucking in everything around it, from planetary debris to the air itself. The Hulk, struggling, was caught in the storm. He screamed, his muscles tensing, trying to grab a piece of the meteorite, but the power cosmic was too much. The meteorite shattered beneath his hands, and the Hulk was pulled into the center of the storm, his body shimmering in the light like a dying flame. When the storm subsided, the Hulk lay motionless on a desolate patch of the shattered planet. His body was covered in wounds, his once green skin now streaked with blood and dust. His eyes, once blazing with rage, were now two faint pinpricks of light. Galactus stood above him, his massive form blocking out the light of the stars, like a god of judgment. With one last look, Galactus turned away, leaving the Hulk in the silence of defeat. The air around him fell silent, only the faint sound of the Hulk's breathing mingling with the murmur of the universe. No matter how strong he is, the Hulk cannot overcome the strength of the Devourer of Worlds, a being that far surpasses the limits of mortal strength.